What's up, guys? So today we actually didn't go riding. I came home, my wife was like, hey, you should spend time with me. And I also had some homework to do. And so I was like, okay, we can take a day off. I can spend time with my wife. I really missed her. We haven't done anything for quite a bit. So we decided not to go ride. Also, Ben's knee's pretty beat up as well as my knee kind of hurts. So we were like, let's take the day off and we'll be right back at it. We have a long stretch of riding ahead of us. So this was just a good time to take some time off and relax. But we still wanted to make a video for you guys. Not too long ago, we did a podcast For the Rest of Us podcast. That's my buddy RJ's podcast. And so they asked us a ton of questions about the channel, the future of the channel, like what we wanted to do with YouTube in general, not just like this current channel, but like overall like our dreams and stuff for like being YouTubers. So that's a really cool podcast there. So he cut just our section and he told me I could post it on the channel for you guys. That way, if a lot of you didn't want to go listen to a podcast, but you like YouTube, you can watch it on YouTube. So we're going to post that for you. That's coming up. But we still should do a sticker shout out. And today's sticker shout out goes to Chris Hoots. I'll throw up the image right over there. He's got it on his helmet. It's looking sick. I still think black helmet, white sticker is the best looking, even though that wood helmet was pretty sick the other day. Thanks, Chris Hoots, for supporting the channel. Remember, guys, if you want a sticker, we have the black and white die cuts, looking sweet, as well as the sticker. All that's in the links in the description down below. All right, guys, on that note, here's the podcast. I hope you like it. As always, thanks for watching, and keep evolving.
Well, with that, we are going to move along. We've got John and Ben Buckhouse from YouTube going to be on here in just a minute after a brief musical interlude, so I hope you stay tuned for that. We had a lot of fun talking to those guys, and they've got a great YouTube channel, and they're going to tell you all about it here in just a minute, so stay tuned. I'm going to let RJ handle the introductions because he knows these guys way better than I do, so Flash, take it away.
All right. Well, thank you for letting me take over the intros for once. You're always so good at them. I always feel left out. So,
well, now's your time to shine, buddy. Go for it. That's all
I know, right? If only I sounded like little Bruce Buffer there, that'd be great. Anyway,
you could always try imitating him.
I could always try, but I would have no vocal cords after that. So, I feel confident in having these two gentlemen on here. They are a few co-workers of mine, and I've gotten to know them, and they've been inspiring thousands and thousands and soon to be millions of people all over the world on YouTube through their channel, and they take you inside their lives of what it's like to live up here in the mountains, the snowy mountains of Colorado. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Johnathan and Ben Buckhouse. How you guys doing tonight?
Awesome. Doing great. How are you guys?
No, we're great.
Doing wonderful, man.
Well, why don't you guys start by just telling us a little bit about yourselves?
The channel's under my name because I was interested in becoming a daily blogger, even though currently our channel is about our path to 130 days of snowboarding. So me and Ben are on that path together. Basically, we just walk people through how every single day goes when you work all day and then you go shred all day and then you come home, rinse, repeat. We like to play a ton of video games too on the side. And we're just living the dream, is what most people say.
This is my first season up here, so it's a great experience, especially the ability to video it. And one day I'll be able to come back and watch every day of it and just experience that. So that's pretty cool. Unlike Johnathan, I don't do the editing or anything like that, so I have a lot more time to do video games and stuff. So got some side things there, but overall, the YouTube experience is awesome, and just living up here is awesome. So I'm excited for what's to come.
Awesome. Very nice, you two.
Don't feel too bad, John. Flash always sticks me with all of the work, too, so you're not alone in that struggle.
Yeah, no, it's fun when you're staying up till midnight and Ben's sleeping, and then the next day he's like, I'm tired. And I'm like, screw you, man. I was up all night.
It's not that I haven't offered to help, though.
Well, also, it's a good thing I don't edit the show. We'd sound like it because we'd have more progress with 2 cans and a string at that point.
It's kind of the same thing with Ben.
Wow.
But hey, well, now to make Ben feel better, his awesome personality and like what he brings visually to your guys' channel, it's a lot of personality. And honestly, I don't know if I'd really want to see it without him. I mean, I'd still be good, but he just adds that little extra spice.
Definitely. Ben is our comedic relief. He carries that table. He kind of turned him into this awkward kid. I don't think he's not really that weird, but he plays the part really well.
Hey, I've met Ben face to face, man. Don't try and lie on this podcast. We know he's weird. It's okay here.
He's weird in certain ways for sure.
Yeah, I always have to say, without Flash to come on and break the tension, nobody would have any reason to listen to me drone on about anything on any podcast anywhere. So, guys, why don't you tell us a little bit about your YouTube channel and what you're doing with that right now?
So, right now with the YouTube channel, Ben brought it up. So Ben was like, Ben moved up here and we were going to go snowboard every day. And he's like, I think we should daily vlog the snowboarding. And I was like, sounds like a lot of work. And he's like, we should do it. And I was like, I don't know. And so then Ben started daily vlogging in the summer. And I saw the potential. It looked pretty fun. I enjoyed watching Ben's videos. So I was like, all right, let's do this. We're going to daily vlog. Ben likes sleep, so he's not as consistent as I am. I tend to sleep maybe 3 to 4 hours a night. So I was like, all right, I'll take over like the editing portion. And then I also had some big investments where I bought a drone and like gimbal. So I bought all the equipment for the initial startup for the channel. So then we started the daily vlog. And now it went from like, okay, let's just see how this is going to go to where we're getting about 30 to 50 subscribers a day.
Very nice.
And we're really kind of seeing the potential of what this channel can like become and how it can lead into like other fun channels. And hopefully our goal is to have it to where we can maybe not even work at Target, YouTube full time, and have side channels as well as just this main snowboarding, vlogging, doing epic stuff. And this summer, it's right now it's based around snowboarding, but this summer it's gonna have skateboarding in it. It's gonna have a lot of cliff jumping, lake videos, goofy videos. So right now we're really just trying to capture that first audience group.
Why don't you actually tell us about what it's like trying to follow something that you're passionate about, like making these YouTube videos, and then having to balance that with your actual work life and your responsibilities, having to go to work every day to go pay the bills. How do you balance all of that out?
I would say balancing the work is like going to work is easy, except for because I'm management. When it's time to leave, we get off work at 12 and the mountain closes at 4. So we have 4 hours to get home, change, get to the mountain, start riding, and make a quality video. That's the biggest stress is leaving work on time. So I at work, I got to make sure I close all my doors, make sure everything's complete before leaving for the day. Ben's lucky he gets to just bail.
Yeah, but soon that might change.
Some guys got all the luck, don't they?
Yeah, Ben's a lucky kid. I would say the hardest thing to balance is I am married. I have a beautiful wife. Her name's Bobby, and she gets off work around 3:30. So I'm usually coming home 30 minutes after she's home. But when a video requires 2 to 3 hours of editing, and then you got to go to bed because you work at 3:30 in the morning, it's hard to fit a quality time in with her. So that's the toughest balance. That's where I start sacrificing sleep. So if I need to sleep less because I got to spend good 2 hours with my wife, then I'm going to do that.
Shout out to Bobby Buckhouse.
Ben, how do you balance your video games with your work, snowboard life?
I don't have much balancing with like time management or anything. I get all the time I need, but the biggest issue I have is if I'm having a really rough day or something, but Johnathan's not, it's hard to still still have a good attitude in the videos, working on it, but still it's a struggle sometimes, especially after you take a beating on the mountain.
Oh, amen, brother. Johnathan, I got another question for you.
All right, shoot.
All right, so I want to fire this one at you because you have really been getting, like you said, like almost 50 subscribers a day. You've really put yourself out there, and you've even gotten to the point of like getting recognized. What's that feeling like when you get recognized by somebody who's seen your video, said, "Hey, we love your work," and then they just kind of like at least want to shake your hand and you see them in passing on the mountain? What's that like for you? What kind of experience was that like, and how do you handle something like that when it happens?
It's pretty crazy because like even today we were stopped 3 times by people that noticed us from the mountain. And the thing that I think about the most is we're at like 2,400 subscribers. That in the grand scheme of things, that's not a lot of people. So I kind of think further down the road because I don't I'm always thinking ahead. I'm never thinking of the current situation. And I'm like, man, if we get into like the 30,000 range, how many more people are going to be stopping us and wanting to do a lap and do a run, which is super cool. I mean, you kind of feel like not like famous, but you feel like wow, like people like know who I am. Like that's just a weird feeling. No one's asked for an autograph on the mountain, but I might have to start carrying around a pen. Ben actually gets noticed a lot more than I do. Oh, well, I guess it's pretty even, but Ben notices them faster than I do. Because I'm usually thinking about like the next shot or something like that, and then I always like turn around and Ben's talking to somebody and I have to like run over.
Right
Um,
on.
no, that's a good question. And the other thing that's crazy is how many people are hitting us up on social media, like from Twitter to Instagram, like Facebook, like personal messages. You just get an onslaught of them. Probably like 10 new messages a day from people. Like, hey, like either it's a question or like the weird ones are the ones that just say hi. Like you'll get a message that says hi. And you're like, hello. Like, wow, you replied to me. It's like, well, we're trying to reply to everybody right now. And then they'll be like, so what's up? And you're like, are we going to text? Like, this is weird. Like, did you need something? Because
They're not
I'm pretty
wanting to
busy.
ask you a question. They're actually just wanting to have a conversation. Like,
Yeah,
just have some of your time.
exactly. Like they want to be your friend. It's crazy. And I think the weirdest thing about running into people on the mountain is they know your life, but you don't know them. So
Right.
they come up to you and they're just like, it's like, did I meet you like at my friend's house? Like, do I know you or do you just know me? Because they come up like, hey, like, how you doing, man? You're like, good. Like, who are you? It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I suppose that's got to be strange. You know, I think you would know how you would react if, you know, say you met a celebrity or somebody that you look up to, but now you have to be on the reverse of that.
Totally. And I think the funniest thing is how awkward it is at first, or at least how awkward I am. Like, I'll go to like fist bump them because I like to fist bump, but they go for like a handshake, and then I like mid like action, I go to the handshake, they go to a fist bump, and it's like awkward right
Oh
off the
yes,
bat.
that is always the most awkward right there.
So you're like, oh man, I tried to be cool and I just gave them a dead fish.
Yep. It's happened to me more than you know. I completely understand your pain on that one.
What I like about meeting new people on the mountain is some of them really appreciate the videos, and they say that it puts a smile on their face every day, and that means a lot for me and Jonathan. It kind of puts a smile on our face every day to know that we're making somebody happy. We're making their days better. We're making them want to go to the mountain and have fun.
All right, so what are your guys' your main goals here for the YouTube channel now that you've got people's attention? Where do you see your video series going, and what are your plans now for the future?
So daily vlogging is what it's currently about. I'd really like to get into like just really cool, fun videos. Like one we're planning for the summer is we bought an inflatable beer pong table, and we're gonna go in the middle of Green Mountain Reservoir. It's this gigantic lake. So we're gonna plop a beer pong table right in the middle of the lake, and we're gonna fly the drone around and get this like everything's beautiful. Like it's so like wild and wilderness, everything else, and we're just playing beer pong in the middle of the lake. Trying to make it like action packed and fun and like just a cool visual kind of video and just a lot of stuff like that. Maybe like a day in the life of like Shadow, like our dog, and just keep it mainly daily vlogging, but as well as we're putting out just really cool, fun videos that are just enjoyable to watch. Yeah, I think that's it currently.
Well, the long run is we want to expand on a couple more channels, just different things. So we're grabbing different audience groups, and then hopefully they can cross between each other, and it'll be the best way to maximize on views. So
I wanted to say one of the things I enjoyed about your guys' videos was actually the use of aerial shots. I know, and I was watching the intro to one of your videos, and you had some shots going over Silverthorne, in that general area. And I thought that was really neat to kind of see a small piece of a place where I used to live, and see it from that perspective. What kind of things do you think like that? Is that something you try to use to make your videos stick out? And what are some other methods you try to use to make your product stand out over all the millions of other videos out there on YouTube?
So yeah, the drone shots, we love them and we try to put them right after our intro clip. So the intro clip, we try to make it short and funny to grab attention. And then we hit them basically with like a left-hand hook with the drone shots. So hit them with humor and then hit them with like breathtaking video. The toughest thing about drone shots is up here in the cold. If it's below 15 degrees, I can't fly the drone because the drone will just crash and burn. Wind is a factor, and it's really windy up here in the winter. And then if there's any snow in the air, that doesn't help with the drone either. So we're looking for those nice sunny blue days, and lately we've been getting pounded with snow, so no drone shots recently. The other thing I like to do to try and stand out and get the attention of the audience is to have a story throughout, or a constant theme through each video. So some videos we just wing it, but if we can grab a theme and hold it throughout the whole video, I feel like that helps keep the audience engaged and hold their attention. And then try not to have very long talking segments. That way we don't lose people's attention there either. A lot of short 3-second clips. I think the 3-second length is a very substantial time to like get a point across, but not take too much attention. I heard a good vlogger, he has like 1 million subscribers. He said, when you're thinking out a scene or you're putting something in your vlog, say it out loud. And if the video takes longer than from what you said it, or how long it took you to say it, then that clip's too long. You need to shorten it. So those are like our strategies, or my strategies, when it comes to editing and putting together the vlog.
That's very cool. That's it's like worlds apart from what we do, and because us being good at talking, we had to learn how to talk better for audio podcasting. So it's kind of the same thing, except we have less to worry about right now. But if you've ever seen, if anybody by the time they listen to this, if they checked out your YouTube channel, there's a lot of love that goes into it, because I know I actually have had plenty of time to watch your guys's YouTube channel, and it actually does stand out. It is like one of those nice little pieces of entertainment, and it's something different. So I definitely see the love there, and I definitely see the good potential of where it could be heading. And hopefully you guys do more podcast appearances in the future, because that's also another good platform to kind of help you reach people.
No, totally. And I mean, I've never podcasted before, but this is a good time looking at your face with the headphones on and just talking. Great time.
Yeah, we got to give you something pretty to look at. So that's why we put a picture of RJ up there on the Skype when we're doing these interviews here, because you got to have something to look at. You wouldn't want to look at my ugly mug, that's for sure.
It's almost like he's staring into your soul.
You see, that's what I was going for.
Yeah, it's almost intimidating, but it's also welcoming at the same time.
Yeah, well, see, there you go. Mission accomplished. You're doing beautifully there. World domination is right around the corner for sure. Yeah. So, guys, why don't you tell us about your YouTube channel? If you've got Twitter, Instagram, any of those, why don't you go ahead and plug those so people can go ahead and go out there and find your work.
Yeah, definitely. If you want to find our Instagram, we post photos daily. It's just Johnathan Buckhouse. Johnathan with an H, so Johnathan, Buckhouse, Buckhouse. That's also the name of the YouTube channel. Our Twitter name is @JohnBuckhouse. And then Ben has a gaming YouTube channel, if anyone's interested in that. Ben Games.
Oh, absolutely.
Has to put out videos.
That's My First Instinct, spelled just like that, all one word.
Awesome. So what kind of games do you play on there?
I play many types of games. The primary one right now is Overwatch.
Very nice.
I'm always willing to expand on those, though. So it's not dedicated to one thing.
I'm really addicted to the free games the Xbox gives you because I'm an achievement whore. I try and get every achievement I can get. So like free games week or every 2 weeks is nice to just crank out. So Ben's playing Overwatch, screaming at the TV because he's trying to win, and I'm just like playing the goofiest free game that came out over here, like Diamond Crusher or something like that.
Yeah, I used to not care too much about the trophies on PlayStation, and then I think it was about the time I got my first platinum trophy. Then all of a sudden you care because you get that first platinum, and then you just want more.
Definitely. Well, what got me going on achievements is I don't know if you've had Carlton or Jesse on your guys' podcast.
Oh, we've had
Yes,
them
actually,
both.
we have.
Yeah, so back in the day, I used to just play Halo competitively, and I only played Halo. And so I had a very low amount of achievements. And Jesse and Carlton were over, and they were making fun of me. And I'm a super competitive guy. And so Carlton looked me in the face and said, "You'll never have more achievements than me." And at that point, I had like 10,000 gamer score, and Carlton had 32,000. And that summer, I surpassed him by 10,000 gamer score. Because I cranked out every game I had. I was buying games just to get achievements, and I was talking crap to Carlton the entire time.
Man, teach Carlton to run his mouth. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now Carlton doesn't like to game with me.
I can see why not.
Yeah, totally. It was a summer too. It was just in a summer. I think I gained 10 pounds that summer.
Oh, so there was a price to pay, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I'd say small price though.
It was worth it.
Totally worth it. Now I'm sitting
Right.
like my achievements. I think I'm at 70,000, something like that.
Oh, wow. Right on. Well, Johnathan and Ben Buckhouse, yeah, definitely go check them out on YouTube. They got some great videos, especially if you're into the snowboarding thing. If you've ever wanted to see what a slice of life in the Colorado mountains is like, definitely go check them out. You'll get plenty of that. Johnathan, Ben, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we hope to talk to you guys again real soon.
Yeah, thanks for having us. This was a great time, guys.
Yeah, I had a ton of fun.
Next time we'll be talking about the Lego channel we're gonna make.
Awesome.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, well, definitely. When you get that going, you can definitely come on and tell us about it. That'd be great.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, we nerd out over all the things here. So yeah, Lego channel, it's on the table. Yeah, you can nerd out about that over here.
I mean, need we say more? Lego channel. It's gonna be great. I'd
Yeah,
love
who
to
wouldn't
see.
want? Yeah.
Man, yeah, are you gonna name it something special? Like I was gonna say, you should like name your channel like Party with the Buckhouse Brothers.
We've been contemplating what to do with the name of the channel, or like having a collective channel. I think at the end game we're gonna probably have like 4 to 5 channels that are all based out of one area, almost like a business that has like side branches. So, and all the money goes to one collective pot. And the goal is to buy almost like a little factory or like a warehouse, and like that's where we film, edit, like make these videos, and that's like our job is to be professional kids.
Let's flow like Poe. Here we go. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I kicked it, weekend weary, dark and
All right, and since we are so grossly unprepared for doing anything this week, we are just going to not so gracefully bow out of here and take our derailed train and walk home. So thank you guys once again for joining us on this podcast. I want to thank John and Ben Buckhouse for joining the show this week and talking about their YouTube channel. So you guys have time here on YouTube, go check them out. They're really awesome. I've seen some of the aerial shot stuff they do. It's really great, and yeah, and the snowboarding clips are awesome too. So go check them out if you have some time. RJ, why don't you tell everybody out there how they can reach us?
Well, that's very easy. You can reach us on social media platforms at FTROU Podcast. That's right. We are on Instagram and Twitter. And you can even hit up our Facebook page at facebook.com/ForTheRestOfUsPodcast. And you can even go to www.fortherestofUspodcast.com. Look us up on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and any app that hasn't been invented yet. We're going to be on there soon. So just stay tuned. Download show notes. All of our past archive is there. And then feel free to give us a review on iTunes, because we like to make our audience feel like they are awesome, so we would love to do that by reading your reviews online. So please submit them.
I wanted to give you a couple quick programming notes of upcoming guests. Next week, it is confirmed we are going to have Christina Whitman on the show. She's going to join us so we can get to know her a little better, and all of you can get to know her a little better as well. And in February, we are going to have Fred Fowler. He is co-host of The Blitz on ESPN 97.5 in Houston, Texas. He is going to be joining us a week after the Super Bowl, so I hope you guys will tune in for those. And with that, we are going to get out of here. For Flash, this is Mr. Endo. Guys, have a great week, and we will see you next time. Take care.
Who's that rapping? Who's that rapping at my chamber door? Mister